Gotta rank 'em all, Pokémon.
Welcome to Splunkers, a place for exploring video games and nerd culture. I'm Ryan, and this is Gotta Rank 'em All, the Pokemon ranking show, where Chris
What up?
and myself every week get a guest and a random list of 20 Pokemon and put them in the most officially arbitrary list of all time. Fantastic returning guest this week. We have Brian Keese of the Draft Punks.
Hey, thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everyone knows your history with Pokemon, but you've mentioned a few slights we've made apparently since your last outing. Let the people know what you're most angry about.
I mean, my boy Charizard, 20th place. Like, that's sacrilege, bros. That's not cool. He's just way too low. Like, he should be above Mega Charizard X, which is still, when I was here, was the new number one. And he's only fallen one spot, but to me, Charizard is the ultimate. I very, very strongly considered bringing him around for round 2 tonight, but went in a different direction. Also talked a little bit with Ryan before recording about Hoopa. Chris, how could you let Hoopa fall so low?
I tried so freaking hard, man, to not let it be that low. But there were two people here who insisted he was terrible in both forms. I don't get it.
What? Hoopa Unbound with the arms and the different slots for arms.
Super
what
cool.
a Pokemon.
I'm not about it.
Yeah, but the current number one, I mean, I guess I get it, but Quo Kimbo and I, if we meet out on the streets, we might have to have a discussion about that.
And you know what? Let's cover the top bottom of the list. We've got Decidueye, of course, at number 1, Mega Charizard X at number 2, and Shuckle still at number 3, hanging in there. Still got to say that every week. Forever. Bottom of the list, 458. Jinx, not moving. Other than that number, it's just going to get bigger and bigger as this list grows. 457, Young Goose, and 456, least favorite Pokemon name, Bruxish. Okay, so what? 458, so halfway, 228-ish. 220s.
Careful, there's a math teacher here.
I know.
Check his work.
Just stop myself.
Half of 458 would be 229, of course.
You were one off, man. You almost had it.
I rounded down.
It's at 228. That's how rounding.
Yeah, that's Mega Houndoom at 228, Pidgeotto at 229, and Tentacool at 230. We've got 21 more Pokemon to slot into this list, though, and tonight's first contestant is Trumbeak.
I just gotta say though, I like how you read 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, 3 at the middle, and just expect someone who's listening for the first time to be like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly where C dot is on this list now because I heard the names of those 9 other Pokemon." That's just that's
Absolutely.
asking a lot of your audience. You got to go back and listen to the old episodes, folks.
Honestly, yes, but there are 458. So if we read the whole list at the start of every episode, that would add
several hours to every episode.
Just get Weird Al on the phone. He can do it.
But definitely that last episode is going to be just us reading this list.
Yeah. All right. Let's give Trumbeak his due here. What do you guys think of this?
He's not due very much.
Yeah. A little toucan-ish with the beak. I do like that. I like the color choices there. The palette's nice.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. This is the Bugle Beak Pokemon.
The what now?
The Bugle, like the
Bugle Beak. Okay.
Yeah. No, not
like the corn chips. Yeah. I mean, the beak does kind of look like that shape. So I think
it looks more like a corn chip than a horn.
Correct. No, this is the evolved form of Pick-a-Peck we decided before the recording, right? So he's already on your list, yeah?
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Lower.
Is there good lore for Trumbeak at all? Pick-a-Peck's at 339.
All right. It eats berries and stores their seeds in its beak. When it encounters enemies or prey, it fires off all the seeds in a burst. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. because the first half of that, I was like, "Are we sure this is a Pokemon? Like that's just a bird." I think I like Pick-a-Peck better looking at a picture of it. Pick-a-Peck's pretty darn cute.
But yeah.
Yeah, this has the whole middle evolution problem of still has a little bit of the cuteness and is getting a little bit of the cool, but he's not all the way in either direction.
Got that awkward middle child syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Also, apparently, it can bend the tip of its beak. Uses this to produce different cries, but that seems like an interesting ability.
Oh, that is cool. Oh man. A total aside here. On a trip when I was like a teenager to Disney, we got to watch at Animal Kingdom. They were performing surgery on I think it was a toucan. It was definitely a bird with like a long beak, but in an accident, it had lost the tip of its beak, and it used it to like get food out of trees. And so they put a prosthetic beak on it. And I always thought that was really cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Sorry. Total aside.
No, that's cool.
From beak, but yeah, I think I would slot him somewhere below Pick-a-Peck, but otherwise, this list has gotten so long since the last time I was here, you guys.
Yeah, it's hard. You gotta just find things to compare. Staravia. So it's a lot of Googling if you're not familiar with all the Pokemon. I understand. Staravia, I would maybe put this above Staravia. He at least has a more interesting color palette than Staravia.
That is true. That's fair.
Yep. Yeah, I think that is fair.
I mean, he could eat a Wurmple, and I know we do take into account like the power factor, right?
Definitely a little bit comes into play.
Yeah.
I probably like. I don't know. I probably like it more than Wingull too, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm not a Wingull stan. Wingull is literally just a seagull. There is nothing remotely special about it. It has some blue, I guess.
So maybe the new 341. How do you guys feel about that?
I like that a lot. Comfy is definitely even though it's a lame Pokemon, it's at least an interesting one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's perfect. A new 341 for Trumbeak. Great job, buddy. I kind of want to see what it looks like for you to adjust the size and shape of your beak for different calls. That's interesting. Next up, we've got my rival in Gen 2, Miltank.
Number 1, baby.
Legendary.
Put her at the top. The legendary Pokemon.
Yeah,
Miltank.
more legendary than most of the legendaries.
Yeah.
Gosh, if you weren't ready for Whitney, that rollout would just demolish you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're some sucker that uses the fire starter.
Won't you start with me?
Yep. Guilty. This guy. Oh man, I remember when this gen came out in Pokemon Go, Miltank was like a super rare find. It's still very rare, honestly, unless there's an event of some kind going on. And Mikkel and I were at our local county fair, and the shadow popped up on my radar on Pokemon Go, and we like ran across the fair to get Miltank. It was a very exciting moment. So I've got a, besides the hatred I have for it from Whitney, it also has that moment that stands out in my head.
I think Miltank's a good Pokemon, just, a dangerous reputation.
It's so like cute and unassuming looking too. It's just, it's just showing off the belly, giving you the full udder view there. Like doesn't look like something that would be so dangerous. And then when you go up against it in that fight, it just destroyed so many children.
It's the biggest roadblock maybe in any of those early Pokemon games, outside of like the Elite Four is obviously always a huge roadblock, but I think otherwise the gyms are pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, and I feel like by the time you get to the Elite Four, you can usually buy like dozens of full restores, so it's not even that big a deal. But when you're at Whitney, you're still somewhat limited on your cash flow too. So
yeah.
Yeah, also just a great name. I mean, Milk and Tank, it's a big tanky thing. It's basically Chansey, similar, but with a rollout. I think Chansey can probably get a rollout now too.
Yeah.
Cow Chansey, yes.
So what are you guys thinking on the list? What are you looking at?
I know we do have non-cow Chansey on the list at 214. I think we have Blissey a little bit higher than that as well.
Yeah, 202 Blissey. Some of these Pokedex entries I have questions about.
Oh, yeah?
Miltank gives over 5 gallons of milk on a daily basis. Its sweet milk is enjoyed by children and grown-ups alike. Here's the problem, though. People who can't drink milk turn it into yogurt and eat it instead, and I don't think that's how lactose intolerance works.
Yeah, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I like that Blissey to Chansey range there with like Noctowl, Magikarp, Abra. Like that does feel pretty correct. I'm seeing Score Bunny at 209 and wondering what drugs you guys were on when you put Score Bunny so low.
Hey man, you and me, we need to boot off and start this podcast over because we're on the same page here.
Sounds good. I would probably put it between Score Bunny and Girafarig just as a matter of principle.
I think that's totally fair. I like that. Fair. I don't like Girafarig, personally.
Me neither. Yeah, you're right, Chris. We spin-off podcast. Got to rank them all again.
What are you guys going to do it with? Because we're doing it with science here. We've got Miltank at 210, most scientifically accurate number for Miltank. We all know it. Next on the list, we've got Volabi, the baby. Wait a minute. This is the diapered Pokemon?
That's great.
Oh my gosh. Is that serious? Are you serious right now?
Yes, that is the Pokemon category.
That's
absurd. My god.
You're gonna have yourself a little Volabi here pretty soon, Brian.
That's true. Hopefully he looks a little cuter than this guy.
This gal.
They're all female?
100% female.
Oh, interesting.
Then do they change gender when evolving, or is
it's like a ditto
also
thing?
All female?
They're tied to the Braviary, because Braviary are 100% male.
Oh, I didn't realize
they were
that.
The two varying flyers in black and white.
Okay.
So black had Volabi, I believe, and white had Rufflet and then Braviary.
Yeah. I didn't know that about having to breed those together either. I mean, all the breeding I ever did was just with dittos anyway. I don't like this. I like that the diaper's got a little hard on it, but I don't like knowing that is indeed a diaper and then looking at her face and you know what's going on here. She's telling you what's happening.
Yeah, this is not great in my opinion either.
Yeah, I like the evolved form better for sure. This was one that I recently got back into Pokemon Go, probably because I was on your podcast. But they hatched these guys out of these special 12K eggs that you can get from defeating Team Go Rocket leaders. And the first couple times I got one, I was very excited. Now I've realized this is like the most common thing to get out of those eggs. And it's not as exciting when I hatch a Volabi now. Yeah, his little pink bald head, or her little pink bald head, sorry. It's an interesting looking Pokemon. Like, I probably like it better than Wingull, but because of how high Wingull is up on the list, I would probably suggest we put it somewhere well below that.
Well, we do have Mandibuzz on the list at 315.
Yeah, that feels more correct, I think.
Yeah.
For
also,
me.
Thank you for saying its name correctly. I've always said Volabi, but Volabi makes way more sense. Vulture and Lullaby.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Or is it a B because baby?
Could be that too. I don't know.
No, it's bi.
I like bi better. I really do. I like that.
I know Mega Charizard Y is the boring Mega Charizard, but I would still probably put this well below that personally.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And terrible news from these Pokedex entries. Their wings are too tiny to allow them to fly.
Yeah.
No, so this is
That
a bird
makes
that can't
sense.
fly. So I'm immediately looking at quillfish.
Oh yeah, the fish that can't swim.
Yeah, at that point, it's more of a penguin, really. So, penguin might be cooler. Is there is there a penguin Pokemon? Oshawott. What am I doing?
Oshawott's
Okay.
an otter, sir. You're thinking of
Oh.
Piplup.
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 Thank you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Fire starter user here, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know, guys. I just keep scrolling further down this list and seeing things I'd rather have than a Volabi.
Okay. Toxel is also a baby. Also wears a diaper. 426.
Yeah. Okay.
Oxel's cuter and is not giving you the I shit my diaper look.
That is fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I think somewhere between there and Klefki, just because I hate Klefki so much. But anywhere in that range. I know I think maybe the one thing Chris and I don't agree on. I know Chris is a big Mudbray fan, right, Chris?
I'm a big fan of the evolution of Mudbray.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mudsdale.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Mudbray,
So
not great.
Yeah. Binacle's pretty gross, so maybe above Binacle. Binacle? Binacle.
I was thinking above Arctovish as well.
Yep.
Okay.
That thing's the disaster. Gigantamax Flapple is like a giant caramel apple with a dragon.
I'm like,
in it.
what is? Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Flapple is.
He's an apple dragon.
No, that was all Cremmy that shot the.
Oh, Flapple's kind of cute.
I could go below Flapple. Gigantamax Flapple.
Oh, that's true. The Gigantamax form is not as cute.
Slight monstrosity.
Yeah. I'm fine on either side of Flapple, though, I suppose.
I say right above. Go below Electro.
I'm okay with it. A new 432 for Volabi. You're probably going to need a new diaper, and I don't know where you're going to find one. Next on the list, we've got Conkeldurr.
Oh, boy.
The muscular Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Put some respect on Machamp's name. This is the final evolution on this line, right? It's Timber, Girder, Conkeldurr.
Yeah, this is a trade evolution.
I don't what.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
What is the name Conkeldurr? Like, give me the breakdown on that one. Because Timber, the tree going down, Girder, like an iron girder, those make sense to me. I do not understand the meaning behind. Are they
just going for concrete and they did a bad job? I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, this thing's no good.
This thing's no good. Well, we've already got Girder, it looks like, way down the list at 438. So
yeah,
you guys clearly are not fans of this line.
I think Preston brought that Pokemon with him to make sure it got stomped on.
We have a Bulbapedia answer. Conkeldurr likely comes from concrete and elder.
Still dumb.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, but it's better than no answer, I feel.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will say I appreciate, since Preston brought Girder to get stomped on, that you still put him above Klefki. I'm going to go out on a limb here, though, and say I'd be okay with putting Conkeldurr below Klefki.
Wow.
It's just very ugly.
Yeah, especially when you consider on Girder, it's very obvious that those pink things are veins. So I'm assuming they're still veins. So he's got like his blood veins wrapped around his arms to support them.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Those are veins? Oh my god.
Below nose pass.
Low nose pass? Okay, I'm going for it.
Okay.
No lower than that though. Solosis, he's just a cell, but
yeah.
I like Solosis's colors more, at least the green with the little spots of pink and orange in there.
It's true.
Oh man, just based on naming convention, I kind of like Among Us more. I would say under Among Us, above Clamperl.
I like that.
All right, I'm okay with that. And the most interesting lore is that it's thought Conkeldurr taught humans how to make concrete more than 2,000 years ago. This taught humans how to mix rock and water.
Okay.
Yeah. Conkeldurr, I think you need to go to some vein specialists. You really need to get that checked out. That can't be healthy.
Yeah. Get those are the worst spider veins I've ever seen, man.
Mm-hmm. Next on the list, dracloak. Dragon in cloak. Dracloak. I almost said dracloak.
Dracloak looks like a dog that jumped up in the air and caught a paper airplane out of the sky.
Yeah, with his mouth open like that. It's very.
What is goofy. What does he have 4 eyes? Why does it look like he has 2 heads?
So this is a weird. Yeah, this is a weird Pokemon because the thing on his head is a Dreepy, which is his first form, and even in his final form, he still has a bunch of Dreepies on him that he shoots as torpedoes at the enemy.
Okay, so that's like a tadpole thing on his head.
Basically,
then, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense. I thought that was part of him. I thought he just had 2 heads basically. But that makes much more sense.
Yeah, he's a Dragon Ghost type, which is a very cool typing that we might see more of later in this episode, actually.
Yeah.
But I did it's really hard to use the dragon type, the main dragon type, I guess you would say, in each of the gens, like the Dragonites, the Salamence, so on. And this is one of those where it takes a long time to find him, and then he's just not worth it. His move pool kind of sucks. His stats are not great. He's fast. He's fast. That's what he's got going for him. That's about it.
And Dreepy, I just looked, doesn't evolve till level 50 to this guy. And then at level 60, he evolves again. So you only get him for 10 levels before he's gone.
Yeah.
He looks, I feel like for the audio listeners at home, we should point out that his head is shaped like a stealth bomber.
Yep.
Like a B2.
Which is just you said he's ghost typing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just the idea of a ghost whose head is like a metal stealth bomber plane. It's just so ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah. This whole line is ridiculous. I really like the idea of this line. If I had never used them, I think I would like them a lot more than if I had used them and been like, well, these guys are not worth the trouble.
So we raise it up for cool design, but knock it down a bit for its not being very useful. It sounds like.
I think so. I'm still looking probably middle, maybe a little above middle of the list.
Yeah, I'm looking for other ghost types. I see Mega Sableye at 120. I probably Dracloak under that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's see, we've got Naragus at 189. That is a newer one. Maybe you have to look that up. Dewblade we also have at 186.
I'd go below as far
below.
as middle ghosts go. How do we feel about Poltegeist at 223?
Poltegeist. That's another fun design. Useless Pokemon. But that one has the cool distinction of one in what was it 20 or something like that have the little design on the bottom that you can barely see that makes them authentic. I don't remember how that works.
I think it was some different item to evolve it or something.
Oh, so it's the idea of whether or not your China is fake or authentic. Is that what they were going for?
Yes.
That's incredible. I love Pokemon, you guys.
Us too.
Oh man. That is a very cute factoid. I think Dracloak is cooler looking, but just for that, I want to put it below Poltegeist because that's amazing.
Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah. But I probably want to go above Guzzlord. Just the name alone. Which puts us in a range.
I just want to point out that when I was here last time, I talked with Ryan about having a advanced metric score that compares each Pokemon to the most average Pokemon possible. And at the time I said Quilladin, and I just want to point out Quilladin doing his job right there in the middle of the list at 228 right now.
That's true.
But yes, I think above Guzzlord, below Poltegeist. I like Cranidos.
Yeah, I like Fiona.
Maybe not as big of a Poplio fan. So maybe between Fiona and Poplio.
That's where I was looking. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect agreement. Wonderful consensus.
We're getting along way too well tonight.
Oh, I think we're going to have some arguments coming up here at some point. Dracloak, thanks for coming on. You didn't need to bring your little brother with you, though. That was they were already on the show. They didn't need another invite. Next on the list, Zigzagoon.
Hi, buddy.
Man,
you're cute. You just don't have much else going for you.
Yeah. I asked before the show. I asked for clarification. You guys told me you do the Alolan form separately, and that really hurts Zigzagoon. I think.
Yeah.
Or Galarian, I guess, would be the Zigzagoon I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah. Yep. We have Galarian Zigzagoon at 184.
Yeah. Regular Zigzagoon, more like 384, I think.
I can see it going that low, honestly.
Yeah,
he's just he's a raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it's cute, but it's like a very generic Pokemon cute. Like he's got big eyes and he's got fur. That's like the standard for being a cute Pokemon.
Yeah, and like I said 384 jokingly, but looking at like 382, which is Shuppet, and I think of Shuppet as being like the most generic possible looking ghost. Like it looks like a sheet. And that's kind of how Zigzagoon is in terms of his raccoon look. It's just like a very generic looking, it's that when you catch like 6 level 2 ones at the start of the game as you're trying to level up your Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And just slightly lower than that, we start getting into Pokemon that are actually disasters. So
yeah,
it's better than Silvally.
Yeah, that is fair. Does Zigzagoon have any interesting lore that saves it, Ryan?
I don't think so. Repeated. Okay. I love when they have this in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus games has this as its Pokedex entry. It walks in a zigzag fashion. It is good at finding items in the grass and even in the ground.
Wow.
I love that that's how they justify the name, is because it walks in a zigzag fashion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just assumed it was because the fur looks like it's zigzagged, but hey, you do you, Zigzagoon.
You do you at
just
383, I think. Or well, I would go below Gigantamax Dreadnought as well.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Just if you're going to invite this guy to any parties, make sure you tell him the time like 15 minutes early, because he does not take a straight path.
And make sure you tie up the garbage. He's going to be all over it.
That guy is wild.
Oh, yeah. Next on the list, we've got Calyrex.
Now,
what is this?
This thing is really weird looking. Dumb looking, you might even say. But it's super cool lore-wise. We talked about it a little bit when we ranked the Dark Horse Pokemon.
Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre. He has one of two horses, either the Ghost Horse or the Ice Horse, that he can choose. You can choose as the player. This is in one of the DLCs for Sword and Shield. And he will ride that, which will include those forms here. He is riding the Ice Horse and the Shadow Horse. And it adds an extra type. It's literally a fusion Pokemon, because basically you put the two in your party and you can just choose to combine them, and then they will only take up one slot until you choose to separate them again. And they have
what game are
stats.
These guys from?
The newest one, the last DLC for the newest game, Sword and Shield.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I think the thing that's bugging me the most in both of these pictures is that it looks like Calyrex is staring into my soul. Like it has very detailed eyes compared to most Pokemon art we see, I feel like.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It is a deity, and it does like actually talk to you, which is incredibly rare in the games for a Pokemon to actually say words to you. It says words through a human. It like possesses a human to talk to you repeatedly.
Wow.
So it's like the aliens in Independence Day, basically.
Totally.
Yeah.
Perfect analogy. This is also the last numbered Pokemon on the Pokedex.
Yeah.
as the Pokedex stands right now.
Wow. Until I guess Arceus comes out, right? Because they're adding a couple new ones there. But yeah, the legs in this picture are just freaking me out. There's no way those legs could support that body. No wonder he has to ride a horse around. I don't know. I'm really torn on this guy. Like he does have some really cool lore, like you mentioned, Chris, but he is freaky looking.
Yeah, he's definitely dumb looking. Like if I had not played the DLC, I would have no attachment to him being any good, but I do think his lore there is cool. You know, Pokemon, terrible stories all around in every Pokemon game, but as far as Pokemon stories go, that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
So you have way more experience with this guy than me. So what are you thinking for the list?
Let's see. I'm thinking probably top 200.
Wow. Okay.
You can tell me if that's blasphemous, though. If that's way too high.
No, I mean, I just don't know him, so that's tough for me.
I think this is better. I mean, Barrascuda is 200, and I think this is better than Barrascuda.
What a name, though.
It is a great name.
That's a good name.
I mean, I would, without knowing anything about him, I would put him above Quagsire. But I'm not a fan of Quagsire, so that's at 182.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Definitely above Swampert. We can all agree.
I don't know about that.
I would agree with that.
Excellent. Man, let's just move up one at a time because I think we're around the right spot.
Yeah, we're close. Because I was gonna say I'm a big Grookey fan. I would keep him below. Like Grookey is the closest I've gotten to not picking a fire starter.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I could go for below Grookey. I do like Grookey. I don't like his evolutions very much, but I like Grookey.
I could go above Grookey, but below Quagsire, so that they're below Swampert. So I don't.
So below Grookey and above Swampert is great.
Yeah, that's the compromise.
178 Calyrex. Just get on Spectre and don't get off, so we can really just look at the horse and not you. That's, I think, the best option
yeah,
here.
Spectre's placed way higher than you, buddy. I'm sorry. Your mounts.
Yeah, where did you guys put Spectre? I'm curious now. Do you remember?
Top 100. 29.
Yeah. Wow, that's really high.
It's a wonderful horse.
It's only 9 spots below Charizard.
Look at that horse, man.
Look at Goth Horse.
Just going to compare every single one to Charizard now.
We start getting that close. All right, Calyrex, thank you for being the High King Pokemon. I'm sure you treat your subjects well. Next we have Whalmer. The ball whale Pokemon.
The ball whale.
My boy.
Yeah.
My son.
You've been lost for years.
Yep. I love Whalmer. He is amazing. He's just so happy to be here. Like me.
That's true. He's in new Pokemon Snap and he's very cute. He looks at you. He doesn't really do anything special, but he's cute. You can get some good pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I also enjoy the Wailord appearance, which have you guys ranked Wailord?
We have. He's at number 200 now.
Okay. He's the new 200.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say that feels about right. I do really like, we haven't talked shinies much, but Whalmer has a really nice pink shiny. And then I think it's purple as Wailord. But I love anytime they do like the pink or the lime green shinies. So that gives
I would almost call
points
that like pinky purple. It's not quite pure pink. There's a little bit of purple in the Whalmer shiny.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool look though.
Yeah, I like it. Over that navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ryan, you just used one of these in your run of Emerald.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess you probably barely touched the Whalmer because you just had experience share on it. But
yeah. No, I think they're cute. Wailord's great. I like this Pokemon more now, having used it. I mean, the main reason I never did is because I'd always pull Mudkip as my starter, and then I never would really need another water type.
Right.
I tend to lean water for my starter. Not every time, but a lot of the time. So,
man, I played through Gen 3 and 4 so many times. I definitely ran all water teams several times in those games.
I've never run a one type team.
It's a good challenge. Not as nearly as hard as like a Nuzlocke or anything, but
yeah, I am very much a like fire and thunder. Like 90% of the time, those are my two go. I love being able to just do high damage. Lots of glass cannons on my team.
It's fair. It's definitely a good strat.
I would probably go below Wailord and probably even below Vaporeon, which we have 2 spots below, personally.
I agree.
I think that's fair. In a battle of biggie boys, do you like Wailmer or Balissi better at 203?
I'd say Wailmer. Personally.
Yeah, I'm not a big Blissey fan.
All right. That sounds like it's the spot then.
All right. New 203 Wailmer, and apparently the ball is not always a ball. It stores water inside its body to transform itself into a ball and bounce on the ground.
Wait, like out of the water?
Oh yeah. This Pokemon can learn Bounce, which is so weird.
Yeah. Yep. Makes sense with that Pokedex entry though.
True.
Thank you, Wailmer. I'm sure a circus would have use of a bouncing whale like you. Next on the list, we've got Giratina.
Here we go. I love me some cool. Giratina.
Yeah, I like him.
Yes.
Yeah. Great mon. Both forms are great.
Are you doing the 2 forms separately on this one?
No, these are both together.
Oh, these are together. Oh, baby. All right. Because this altered form is badass. Big Rayquaza vibes here, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. But you get the ghost typing in there with it.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this Pokemon. He has been a champ for me in Pokemon Go's battle system as well. He's a very high pick for a lot of trainers.
Nice. Yeah, this is one of the few legendaries that I would like use in the Elite Four and Gen 4, because it is super cheating. It feels like cheating, so I rarely do it. But like, I love his, God, what's it called? Like Shadow Force or something. His move that takes 2 turns, but just deals an insane amount of ghost damage.
Yeah, Shadow Force. Good job. Good recall. Good memory recall, Chris.
Thank you.
So I'm looking at the list. I don't like him as much as Eevee, so I'm probably taking him out of the top 30.
Okay.
That's interesting. I immediately went to Spectre and said, is he better than Spectre? Probably. But I'm okay with going below.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not a huge Zygarde guy, but I'm trying to look at stuff underneath to see if there's anything that's gonna bother me to put Giratina above it. And it looks like everything under 30 is super lame. You have stuff like Typhlosion.
That you always pick too. I knew you were going to go there.
No, I'm teasing. Yeah. I do really like just looking a little bit further down. I really like Alolan Raichu. But I think I'm okay somewhere in that like 30 to 35 range. I don't know how you guys are feeling.
Yeah, I mean, right below Eevee's fine. I probably would have climbed from Spectre, so I'm okay with right below Eevee.
Wow. Okay. Ryan, I mean, if Ryan thinks it should go higher too, I'm okay with it.
Where are you looking, Ryan?
I like Spectre more than this, but I think I like this more than Spectre.
What?
Wait, what?
Wait.
You just said
my brain's broken. Spectre. More than I like this less than Spectre, more than Eevee.
I could live with that if you want to put it between Spectre and Eevee. I'm okay with that.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, a new number 30, Giratina. Just amazing. This thing lives in an alternate dimension and watches our world because it was banished for its violence. Great lore.
Great.
I love that. And I gotta say, folks, I'm looking at the list of what we're ranking the rest of this episode. It might not get much better than that. until we get to my pick, of course, at the end of the episode. But
yes,
don't want to spoil that just yet.
No, well, let's work through this though, so we can get to that, because I am excited to talk about your pick. We've got Corsola next. The coral Pokemon. It's cute.
Yeah,
it's cute. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we did the Galarian Corsola last time I was on, so I've gotten to double down on Corsola here.
Yeah, Galarian Corsola definitely way cooler, I think. The ghost type. Also, this thing is hilarious in New Pokemon Snap, the way it moves, because it like hobbles around on those four legs back and forth to move just the tiniest bit at a time, and it is very funny to watch it try to run away.
Yeah, it is quite cute.
Yeah.
That's how they've always moved.
Yeah, it's being chased by something else, right? In Pokemon Snap.
I think so, yeah. One of the newer Pokemon that I can't remember the name of.
Gotcha. Yeah, it also doesn't have any kind of evolution, which the Galarian Corsola does have. So
Correct.
I would agree with you that I would put this somewhere below Galarian Corsola. But I do think it's a cool Pokemon, and it's a cool idea for a Pokemon.
Yeah, I think it was big in the show too, because I believe Misty had one through Gen 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really remember much.
This is a regional one in Pokemon Go too. You have to be within like a certain distance of the equator to catch any Corsola. So when I go to visit my folks in Florida, it's like just below the line where I can catch both Corsola and Heracross. And then we also got a few in Hawaii, which it's like a super cool place. Like I say, I have a Corsola from Hawaii. It's just really fun.
That is awesome. Yeah. Does Pokemon Go track that, like where you caught each one?
Yeah. At the bottom of the catch screen for each Pokemon, it has like their information listed, when you caught it, where you caught it, all that stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at that Galarian Corsola and I went down a bit.
Yeah, I think we can go down quite a bit.
Moltres is there. I started scrolling again.
Oh no. Poor Corsola.
To Stuffle, 196. I think I like this more than Stuffle.
Okay.
I mean, I don't, but you're a Stuffle hater, so.
See, because I was looking at Oshawott and I hate otters, so definitely above that. I really like Duskull's design, but I don't know a ton about Deancey or Stuffle, so I'm okay anywhere in that range, really.
Okay, I also really like Duskull's design with the one eye that goes between the two pupils. So I like below Duskull.
I can live with that.
Okay.
All right. A new 199 Corsola. Great job. Stay in those warm waters. We all know how you lose your color when the waters are cold and dirty. Next on the list, we've got Cresselia. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, very pretty. Maybe like one of the less useful legendaries, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't remember how you're supposed to get. Is it even in the games to catch normally? This was a gen where I used a lot of cheats to get a lot of legendaries, and I know I cheated for these several times, but I don't remember how you get it.
Doesn't even say how you get it. Let me scroll down.
Might have been an event thing, and that's why I always cheated.
Yeah, I see that it
roam Sinnoh.
Oh.
Roam Sinnoh? Sure. Yeah.
So they're a roaming mon. They're a lunar duo with Darkrai.
This thing is nowhere near as cool as Darkrai.
No, yeah.
Yeah, agree with that. Yeah, this was one that they introduced in raids in Pokemon Go, and it's just like, for a legendary Pokemon, it has like very low CP. And I remember there being like a frenzy for a while, because if you could trade it with someone, there was a chance to get really low IVs, which was actually desirable with this one, because then you could get under that 1500 CP threshold for battling, and a lot of people were looking for those at the time. So people were catching them like crazy, so they could actually try to get a bad one to use with fighting.
That's one hell of a legacy.
Yeah, I've just never been a huge fan, and they released the shiny one, which I usually go hard for to try and get the shinies, but Cresselias is just like a slightly darker purple back and like blue hands. It's not that exciting.
Yeah, it's not super different.
Yeah, what is going on with the hands there? Can she like fold those out, or are those always clamped to her chest?
shiny particles are released from its wings like a veil. It is said to represent a crescent moon. So those are just particles. Oh, the little purple hands.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize those were hands. I thought those were like breasts, like a breast muscle, like
Wow.
like pectorals. But as I look closer, I see the little finger dashes. Yeah.
So where is anybody looking anywhere?
Yeah, so my least favorite legendary is Heatran. And you guys have him at 402. So I guess I'd go slightly higher than 402, but I'm not sure how much higher, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's a fair starting point. Heatran is a super lame legendary.
Yeah.
We got to go below Hoopa. I mean, Hoopa should be way higher, so this is all, we're going to mess up Cresselia here because of it, but that's fine.
True.
I think above Silvally at 394.
Okay.
Okay, I think above Diggersby.
I don't know how much.
Diggersby's quite the atrocity.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably even move all the way up above Shuppet, because again, I think that's just a very boring generic ghost type.
Have you seen Turtonator, Brian?
I have not. Should I look up Turtonator real quick here?
Make sure you find the image from the anime from the front. Because from the back, it's okay.
It'll be like the third image when you search for Turtonator or something. It comes up.
Yeah, I see the star belly there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is its weak point.
Okay. Yeah, he looks pretty tough from the back. From the front, looks like a total nerd.
Yeah, the fact that yellow, what drives me crazy is the yellow thing that looks like it should be a mustache on his normal art where you're looking at his back is like a weird chin strap thing that looks not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if this were a beauty contest, Cresselias is top 10. But Turtonator probably bottom 10. But I would probably go below Shiftry, maybe below Mesprit.
Oh yeah, Mesprit's a good comparison. Another legendary.
Oh yeah.
Another cute legendary. Yeah, which I think I like more than Cresselia.
All right.
Okay. I like that as well.
That's good.
More lol is just a mushroom, so I'm fine going with that.
Yeah. New 384 Cresselia. Good job. Go be a planetary ring, I guess. I don't know. Next on the list, we've got Swanna.
Oh man, the attitude in this picture.
Which is not the swan Pokemon, it's the white bird Pokemon, clearly.
So Ryan, what are these on the front of Swanna? What would you call those?
That's a strapless bra.
It's feathers, man. Come on.
Look, I didn't design it like that. Game Freak did.
It's Swanna. It's not Ariel from The Little Mermaid, Ryan.
We're talking about the company that also designed Combuskin, though.
Yeah, that's very true. That's fair. This is one of those ones that it just looks like it could be a swan. Like, it's not a very unique design, kind of like Zigzagoon for me, which just looks like a raccoon. I do like his little like cowlick hair there up at the top, but
what about the Princess Leia honey buns?
that is a nice touch for sure. He does have a little like attitude with the way the wings are posed too. It looks pretty sassy.
Yeah, I'd say it's more interesting than Wingull, another water flying type, which is just a seagull with a little bit of blue. I mean, this is a swan with a little bit of blue, but it's got the weird strapless brow. I don't know if that's really a plus, but and then it's got the hair buns that are a little interesting.
I think Wingull is too high on this list at 348, but yeah, I agree that I like it better than Wingull. And right above that is Trumbeak, and I'm just trying to think already back to earlier in the show. I think I like the look of. I definitely like Pick-a-Peck better than Swanna. I'm not sure about Trumbeak.
I think I'd put this over Trumbeak, but not Comfy.
I think that's fair. I could go with that.
Yeah. I didn't know what Comfy was until I started playing the Pokemon Snap game, and now I really know what it is.
There are so
a lot
many
of pictures of Comfy in Pokemon Snap, but I think that's a good spot for it.
Great. Swanna, new 347. I know how aggressive swans are. I'm not coming near you. Next on the list, we've got Scatterbug.
Now this guy's just cute.
Yeah.
He is cute.
Yeah. Very cute.
Yeah. What does this evolve into?
I just had it. Vivillon.
Oh, right. One of those butterflies.
Which might be one of the cutest butterflies, except for the weird legs. We're not ranking Vivillon, though.
Well, Vivillon is cool because it just has all the different patterns, which you also learn about in Pokemon Snap.
And it drives me crazy in new Pokemon Snap. This has nothing to do with this guy, but when you take a picture of a new one, you have to like override your old picture. There's not like a separate gallery.
Yeah,
for
I would
each
like
design.
separate entries for each of them for sure. Do you know how many they included in Pokemon Snap? There's at least like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I want to say probably 5 something.
Yeah, because I think there's like 18 total. So
yeah, which it's more stages than are in Pokemon Snap, so there's not that many. That's for sure.
Yeah. But we're here to talk about Scatterbug.
Yeah.
Not its much superior evolution. You got any lore for us on this guy, Ryan?
So the powder that covers its body regulates its temperature so that it can live in any region. It also spews poisonous black powder that causes paralysis on contact when under attack from bird Pokemon.
Damn, Scatterbug, you crazy.
Yeah. Don't take being attacked lying down. And when the birds attacking it in that generation are Talonflame, I can't blame it for
That's fair.
That's true.
I'm looking at a couple Pokemon here in the 300s. Like I definitely like it better than Skrelp. I probably like it better than Armaldo, which I always call Armando by accident. But I don't know where you guys are at temperature wise on this. Is that like, does around 300 feel right for this guy, or would you go higher, lower?
I think that's a good area because we've got Sawaddle at 297. I think I like Sawaddle a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. I like that it makes its own leaf clothes. The fun lore.
Yeah. Every once in a while I see something on this list that makes me laugh, and I love that these legendary Pokemon like Palkia, Kyurem, Terrakion are all in this 293, 294, 296 range, and then it's just Sawaddle at 297. Like, what is happening here? This isn't science.
It's most science. The most science. That's just regular science.
The science is constantly evolving. Gets things wrong.
Yeah. You got to test the hypothesis.
Yeah, I like it. I like Sawaddle. I probably like Gastrodon a little bit more too.
Okay.
I
could go above coughing.
Yeah, Archon is super goofy. I kind of like that, but I feel you. I'd be okay above coughing.
We don't have to go. I could, but Chris, how do you feel about Archon?
Oh, Archon's super goofy. Like, well, I mean, in new Pokemon Snap specifically, watching him run around, it's just absurd how dumb he looks. So definitely above Archon, I think. So I'm fine with above coughing too.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. A new 304 Scatterbug. Just don't become scatterbrained and spray that poisonous spray on me. Next on the list, we've got Zwelus.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going for with the name at all.
Yeah, figure out the name breakdown on this one for us, Ryan.
Are they referencing the Zweihander from Dark Souls? I don't know where they're going.
Oh my goodness. So this is a dragon type, right?
Yeah, and I think he's blind. I don't have the lore pulled up, but I believe that's part of his lore is that he's blind in this phase. Which is why he's got the scale hair or whatever the hell that is over his eyes.
This is definitely another one where It definitely suffers from that middle child syndrome for me.
Yeah.
Where the first evolution is pretty cool looking, Dano, and then the Hydreigon is really cool looking. And this guy's just in that awkward growing phase.
So Zweilous possibly comes from Zwe, German for two, referencing the number of heads, and jealous or zealous due to the attitude and how often the heads fight. It may also include Zwilling, German for twin.
Okay. It makes sense now. Just doesn't immediately stick out.
Yeah.
Now, we do have Hydreigon and Dino already ranked. Hydreigon all the way up at 84. Dino at 313. And I think this is below Dino.
I think so. I agree.
Yeah, I would agree. Below Probopass at 318.
Yeah, I was going to say below Kangaskhan. So, yeah, I'm on board for that. Alolan Rattata, he worked really hard on that mustache. So, I think I got to put it below that.
I'm okay with that. I was actually looking at like Dragalge. I might like this more than Dragalge.
Yeah, I think I probably like it more than Relicanth. Relicanth is kind of boring to me, but I'd be fine under Relicanth also.
Yeah, I could go above Relicanth. I could go above Magnemite and Geodude as well, and Bronzong.
Dang.
I think I'd stay below Bronzong. I could go above Magnemite and Geodude.
I'll allow it. It's my list, but
you've gotten to put 40 Pokemon on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Zweilous, 328. Name is actually pretty cool, unlike what I thought for years. Next on the list, we've got Victini.
Peace sign. Victini's a weird one. I think it was an event-only Pokemon, and it's like, I don't know if it's Gen 5 or Gen 6, but it's technically the first Pokemon in one of the gens, like Pokedexes, number-wise.
Gen 5.
Yeah, because it was like they released it between Gen 4 and Gen 5 as an event-only Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So which is it considered then? Is it considered a Gen 4 or Gen 5?
It's considered Gen 5, yeah.
Okay. I really like him. I love this design. It's a fire type, so I mean, you got me right there. But I love the flying squirrel aesthetic. I love the giant ears and the V shape there. I just think he's really cool looking.
Yeah, I like this design a lot. I actually was able to get one of these in an event, and they're very useful.
Yeah, fire and psychic as well is a great typing. I love psychic types.
And Victini is the victory Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I believe this Pokemon was also like a big deal in a movie. That's where it came from as far as events and stuff. But I haven't watched any of the movies since like the second or third one. So.
Yeah,
looks like
correct.
he's. Oh, go ahead.
It debuted in white and black Victini and Zekrom or Reshiram.
And I mean, I don't understand how you could put this very low on the list when its Pokedex entry for black literally says, "This Pokemon brings victory. It is said that trainers with Victini always win, regardless of the type of encounter."
Wow.
It's like the unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
Is that like its ability? Just you send it out and it's like, I win.
Win.
Not quite that good. I was definitely scrolling up, though.
Yeah. I am too. I just don't know how much to scroll up. I see Jigglypuff. I think Jigglypuff is too low on this overall list because there's some stuff above it that I would put Victini above, but I also love me some Jigglypuff. So,
that's what number?
Jigglypuff is 103.
I was looking just a little bit higher than that. I stopped at Zekrom at 73.
Interesting. I mean, my eyes immediately went to Pachirisu at 45, just because they're kind of similar looking, and this guy is cooler, but he doesn't have the story of like rocking the freaking championships for a year despite being a very low stat Pokemon.
Give me the backstory of how Pachirisu ended up at 45.
My brother was on the podcast and brought him and made a very strong argument for why he was very cool.
Okay.
And it included absolutely destroying finals in for doubles in that year that game came out.
Gotcha.
Despite having terrible stats.
Shout out to, that's Victorian Genetics, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Victorian Genetics. I respect that. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like, I like Victini more than that, but less than Jigglypuff, personally. So it's like tough for me to find a good spot to rank them here. But
I'd go below Tyranitar, which is 2 below Pachirisu at the very least, if we're going that high.
I mean, we don't have to go that high either.
All right.
I'll hear other arguments. I mean, I like Jigglypuff. I think I like this more than Jigglypuff, though, personally.
That's fair. Yeah, and if we're going to go above it, we might as well go way above it. So I like looking in that Pachirisu range. I'm fine with keeping Pachirisu above it. I do like it more than Pidgeot, probably. Pidgeot's got the big nostalgia factor for me, but at the end of the day, it's a pigeon. And Victini's a cool psychic fire flying squirrel.
Yep, I like that a lot. And I love Honchkrow. Honchkrow is just a great gang leader design.
Look, we can't keep dropping the mob boss anymore. We're gonna have goons sent after us.
This is gonna be knocking on Ryan's door.
I think New 51 is a great spot for Victini.
Okay,
that is a lovely victory for this Pokemon, as they always assure themselves. Next on the list, though, we've got Hakamo'o.
This is one of those Alolan boys, right?
Mm-hmm. This is the middle stage of the dragon, like the end stage dragon. This is the Dragonite
fighting dragon, right? Which is badass. I love that typing.
Yeah, very good typing.
It's a dragon with like an 8-pack. Kind of like a 3-pack, but you can tell what they're going for at least.
Yeah. And I mean, this is we haven't ranked any of these yet. This is the first one we've seen, and this is the awkward kind of middle evolution.
We've had a lot of those tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to argue super high or anything, but I do like this line overall.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the first and third forms are a lot better, but this is not bad as far as middle forms go. Not terrible.
I kind of hate it, you guys. It's not the worst Pokemon in the world for sure. That's Jinx. We all know that. But I'm not really a fan of this look. I do like the gold. I think the gold and silver palette is pretty nice. He just kind of looks like a goon, like with the weird snout, and I don't know what's going on his shoulders. Like, is that fur? What is happening there?
Those are scales. This is a scaly Pokemon.
These don't look like scales, Ryan. I gotta say.
What do they look like, Ryan?
I don't know, but not scales. That's all I'm saying. Audio listeners, you can go look up a picture of this guy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I'm curious what you guys are thinking number-wise, though.
Number 1. No.
No.
Probably bottom half.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the later 200s right now.
I was looking at Dano at 314, which I'm a fan of. And then who else did we just rank? Zweilous. How do you guys feel about him compared to Zweilous, I guess? Because that's another middle stage dragon.
I like this more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree, but I mean, it's your show. You guys can be wrong if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, but I think I agree below Dino though. So between 314 and 329 somewhere.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Samurott range then? Let's cut that in half. More or less than Samurott.
God, Samurott really lets me down as a Pokemon. So
I would go above just because Samurott should have been something else, something better.
Yeah.
Based on the first two evolutions.
Like, just you don't like the design, or you don't like how it plays, or
I don't like the design because it is following this trajectory of becoming this badass bipedal samurai Pokemon, and then suddenly it's on 4 legs and its sword is its nose, and it's really awkward.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
But below Probopass for me.
That stash.
You
man.
love Probopass, man. I gotta
Have you seen Probopass lately?
I have.
Got a big stash.
It's something, all right.
I don't love him enough to get him out of the 300s, but like when we're talking about Pokemon of this caliber, like Probopass is a good bar.
Sure.
Okay, I know you completely disagree with everything, Brian, but that's okay.
I'm okay with this. I would put it below Samurott, but honestly, I wouldn't put it much further down than that. Probably, I am not a huge fan of Licky or Mandibuzz, so I do like Sawsbuck. I feel like he should be a little higher, but that's okay. That's another argument
for another day. Thank you, Hakamo'o. I can't wait till we rank your relatives. You're all right, but your relatives are just way cooler.
I feel like I'm sorry, you guys. I can't let this stand. How awkward is that name to say? It's very awkward. I don't like that.
Hakamo'o.
Yeah.
Hakamo'o.
The double O sound is rough.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's like Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is, I mean, it's O-O, but people love Ho-Oh. It just has a lot more before it. Hakamo'o.
But do people love Ho-Oh because his name is Ho-Oh? I don't think so. You're welcome. And that's it, folks. That was the last episode of Got
Had 4 more Pokemon ring. It just
it just ended. I don't know. Yeah. Wait, where are you guys going?
Next on the list, we've got Sandile, the desert croc Pokemon.
Wait,
now this is a Pokemon, my friends. I love this guy.
Yeah, really? I am also a big Sandile fan. I love them in Gen 5. And the fact that they're a 3 evolution, I did not see coming. When I got a Crocodile, I was blown away and like head over heels with this Pokemon. Ground and Dark works really well together. Little smile on his face. Look at it. It's good.
Yeah, I like this line a lot. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
No. Go ahead. Absolutely.
Oh, I like this line a lot. Just the first evolution doesn't do a lot for me. Like, it's got a little bit of Q factor, but not much else. I mean, it looks just like a crocodile, but with a really interesting color palette.
Yeah. So Ryan mentioned the final evolution of this guy is crocodile, like crocodile. And I love that you can already see like the kind of bandit motif here with the way that his eyes are colored like a black mask. And just like, I love Pokemon that combine like an animal type with a setting you wouldn't normally see them in. So just like the idea of like a desert crocodile is super cool to me. And like you mentioned, he is one of those ones where it's a classic, like, oh, this guy's cute, but I can already tell he's going to evolve into something badass. Like, and that ground dark typing is clutch.
Yeah, it's very good to have.
Is there good lore?
They live buried in the sands of the desert. The sun-warmed sands prevent their body temperature from dropping. So a reptile. Big reptile guy. We all know it. Another Pokemon's mentioned here. Brian's favorite. It conceals itself in the sand and chomps down on the legs of any prey that unwarily walk over it. Its favorite food is Trapinch, who I remember Mystic Zealot coming on and saying is like the unbeatable Pokemon, but here Sandile's just chowing down on him for lunch.
Wow. Well, I mean, it sounds like he has to go above Trapinch on the list, at least.
Trapinch is very high on the list.
Yes.
Good.
Trapinch is 1 spot below Pidgeot at 53.
That is so ridiculous. That might be the most egregious ranking on this whole list, you guys. I'm sorry, but I hate that Pokemon. that was another
guest argument.
Yeah, that was another Pokemon Go one where it was like in the 10K eggs for a long time, you could get like this really cool stuff, like Lucario, Larvitar, like stuff that people really wanted. And 8 out of 10 times you would hatch a Trapinch. And they had already had like a shiny day for Trapinch, so everybody had way too many of them. And yeah, people would just get so mad hatching Trapinch after Trapinch from 10k eggs after doing all that walking. So he has a bitter spot in my heart for that reason.
That's fair. Now, are we legitimately going to put this above Trapinch?
No, I don't think it's that good. I just think Trapinch shouldn't be that high. If I had realized Trapinch was that high, I honestly might have brought that as my Pokemon to lower him on the list. But yeah, like I'm looking down and it's like he's not as good as Sneasel or Jolteon. There's a lot of stuff up here that's really like, under Gyarados.
I think I have found a point of comparison within myself. Rockruff at 155.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me go look here.
I'd go below Rockruff.
I think I'd also would, but that's when I felt like, okay, that feels like we're starting to get into a good range. I'd probably go below Quilava at 158.
I was about to say I'll go above Quilava, but below Brexen, if that's how you pronounce that.
I think so.
I mean, it's about where I would put it.
Brexen, I don't know. Something like that.
I could go between the two if Chris is down for that.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Anything to knock down a Typhlosion evolution a spot.
Sandile, thank you very much for coming on. You're adorable. I can't wait till you grow up. 158 is a wonderful spot for you. Next on the list, we've got Morgrim. Oh, God. Oh, this guy.
Emo teen.
Yeah, little emo imp.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not about
color
it.
Palette.
That's about it.
Yeah, he's got some Sableye vibes, but not as cool. He's definitely trying way harder than Sableye. I do like the kind of like the axe shape on the tail there. But that's really about it. I'm not a huge fan of like the upturned nose design and stuff. It's not my favorite. It makes me think of like pixies from other lore. It doesn't feel like very Pokemonish to me.
Yeah, I used one of these on one of my most recent runs. This is the awkward middle evolution, but I actually think his final evolution looks considerably more dumb. Grimmsnarl, I really, really hate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. I use it because I wanted to use a fairy type to try and learn and remember those fairy type advantages, and I still don't, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl is tough.
Do we have Grimmsnarl? Do we have Gigantamax Grimmsnarl on the list?
Gigantamax, which is slightly better, but still not great. This is probably worse than... I think you and whoever else was on must have really loved Gigantamax Grimmsnarl, because I don't like that thing. It's at 98.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really high. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely
that is pretty
more
good.
In the 300 range, though, for this guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll bring up a point for you, Brian. How about Embor at 371?
Oh, definitely below Embor.
I agree, even as somebody who does not like Embor.
Yeah, I also agree, as someone who's not a big Embor fan.
We gotta go below Goodra. We gotta go below Hoopa. These two come up constantly as just like, why are they so low? Just go below them. Just go below them.
Yeah, eventually you'll get to a point on the list where 375 is pretty high, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably be I'm thinking back to Cresselia, who we talked about earlier. And like Cresselia is kind of boring, but that's better than being like actively bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. There's a chance we're looking too high to begin with, because we've got some really actively bad Pokemon a little further down.
Yeah, I hit Silvally. I'm like, that's where we start to get to actively bad.
Okay.
That's at 401.
What the heck is Gigantamax Urshifu RSS feed? What are you guys doing there? 402.
Well, what is that? Rapid Strike or something? Rapid
Style.
Strike
Yeah.
style.
Rapid Strike style. Yeah.
I gotta look that guy up because I've never heard of that. But yeah, where are you guys thinking down in that 400 range, maybe?
Man.
How do we feel about compared to Xcloud at 417?
Lower.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Wow, we're getting into the real dregs here, folks.
We've got baby pseudo Wudo Bonsley at 421.
Lower.
Brian's a hater.
I'd go lower than Tangela at 433.
Lower.
Volabi 445.
Ooh. Maybe above Volabi.
That seems about the right spot. We figured it out. But I think I like, oh man. See, I'm already regretting where we put Volabi because I think I like the Flapple design better than this guy.
I might say Volabi is better than this.
Yeah, I think I'd go below Flapple.
Okay.
I would still be above Binacle though. Binacle is awful. I don't really know Arctovish.
Yeah, we need to stay above Arctovish, I think.
Yeah, that's another one of those lines. Oh god, I mean, and that's the best of the worst with Arctovish.
Yeah, those fossil Pokemon from Gen 8.
Ugh, not great. Morgrim 447. You did the best you could. You tried way too hard, and look what it got you. Next on the list, bound to be another bottom tier Pokemon, Smoochum.
Yeah, before we started recording, Ryan, you said I might not have to say Bruxish anymore because this could be in the bottom 3.
Yeah, I mean, this is just baby racist. That's.
But I think by Gen 2, they had gotten enough hate mail that they were not using blackface on Jinx anymore. Slightly changed the color to this pigmentation that this character has. So I don't think Smoochum was ever as blatantly racist as Jinx.
It's still pretty blatant, though. I mean, in my view, like the exaggerated lips, it's there. It's still there.
Yeah. I'm prepared to throw it out there above Young Goose, below Bruxish. I think that's the starting point for this one.
Starting point. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
that's what I was thinking.
Spot.
Is there any redeeming lore on Smoochum, Ryan?
It probably forces kisses on people. If I had to bet on lore.
Yeah, it always rocks its head slowly backwards and forwards as if it's trying to kiss someone. Its lips are the most sensitive parts on its body. It always uses its lips to first examine things.
It's a weird thing to write about a baby Pokemon.
Yeah. Didn't need that.
Oh, God.
Bruxish is so awful, though.
It really is.
It makes lip contact and then diligently licks all the dirt off its lips.
Yep. Okay, it's worse than Bruxish.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss hearing Bruxish's name every episode.
I am not gonna miss saying it. A new 475 Smoochum. It's not your fault, really. The Game Freak backed you into a corner. You did the best you could, but still, it's not good. Next on the list, we've got Cast Form. Brian introduced me to a new way to look at this Pokemon, and I can never unsee.
You just open up the Pokedex and you hear Cast Form, the Truck Nuts Pokemon.
What? Oh no.
Are you familiar with Truck Nuts, Chris?
I'm not. It sounds like something I don't want to be familiar with.
Oh, it's I don't know, Ryan, maybe you could explain this better than me. I don't know.
So it's a very storied phenomenon in the car world. I actually know way too much about it. There is an accessory that a lot of people like to put on trucks and Jeeps and SUVs, large vehicles, that are just plastic testicles in different colors. There's a whole controversy about who came out with the first truck nuts. This is a decades-long lawsuit riddled controversy, I shit you not, between two gentlemen, both from the South, both very drunk when they came up with the idea, within like a year of each other.
Yeah. But they usually just hang them off of the trailer hitch on the back of their trucks, and so they'll just be clacking in the wind as they drive down the highway.
Fascinating. That's no good. You have some other forms for this Pokemon.
Yes,
Yeah.
thankfully.
Yeah, the other forms do take away the truck nut factor.
Yeah. Which is your favorite cast form?
Snowy form for me.
Yeah.
Probably Snowy. It's got the little like halo thing kind of going there.
Mm-hmm. Has a little cone bottom, so it almost makes it look like a little ice cream cone.
And I love ice cream cone Pokemon.
I saw how high up Vanillix was on this list, so I know that's true. But yeah, the base form of cast form is very boring. I do always enjoy Pokemon with multiple forms. I think that adds an interest factor. I'm definitely moving back up from that 475 range we had with Smoochum into like probably like the mid 300s somewhere.
Yeah, I think I agree. I tried to use a cast form a couple times. They're incredibly, remarkably weak. Like, it's cool how they change forms in the different weathers and stuff, but they just don't do anything with it.
But their stat total is 420.
Ooh, pretty good.
Got to give them that.
What do we even compare it to? It's such a weirdo.
Yeah. Gosh.
Sure. Yeah. Thunderous, another like element Pokemon. 377.
Oh, goodness.
Weather Pokemon? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hold on, let me just Google most boring Pokemon and
Oh, look, it's Quilladin. It's
it's Quilladin. How about Burmy? Have you guys ranked Burmy yet?
I don't think we have.
No.
Okay. Because that's kind of a similar vibe.
Yeah, I get it.
I
would like to stay below Carkol at 365.
365?
Yeah.
Okay.
At which point I would petition to go below Hoopa at 382.
Yeah. And Goodry, yeah. Hoopa and Goodry, yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it between Hoopa and Turtonator, I guess. I mean, I'd probably go below Mesprit, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with below Cresselia as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man,
this is a little more exciting
going back to that 400 range. More exciting than a what now?
Than a mushroom, more lull.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. I'd be okay with that. You guys, what is up with Gigantamax Dreadnought? You guys really don't like him, huh?
I don't remember who we had on the show that really, really did not like him.
Yeah.
Vehemently, but I don't remember who it was.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. Cast form, new 391. I only want to see you when the weather is not normal, which I guess is most of the time. Usually it's sunny or rainy or snowy. Just no cloudy days. Next on the list is nothing, because now is the time for Brian to reveal his Pokemon.
Who's that Pokemon? This week, it's Greninja.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
Last episode I was on, I brought what I thought was the worst Pokemon, Klefki. So this time, my boy Charizard is already ranked. We could have re-debated that, but I wanted to bring something new. So I'm bringing what I think is one of the best Pokemon, Greninja. And you talked earlier, Chris, about how you were disappointed with that third Samurott design. And I think Greninja does everything right that Samurott did wrong.
Yes, 100%.
Yep. Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, yeah, it's a little goofy, but like the tongue for the scarf is just such a clever idea for a frog ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and real quick, they have two art. Like, this is apparently Ash's Greninja in the show, which looks super cool.
With the Battle Bond ability, Greninja can transform into a special form known as Ash Greninja. Greninja with the ability Battle Bond cannot breed. So once this is like Greninja once he's been promoted to a Kage in Naruto.
So it's like language. A Mega, but it doesn't undo itself?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are we considering the Ash Greninja as part of this Greninja. I assume that's not going to be a separate ranking.
It will not.
No, this is all the one, which is great for me. Yeah, I adore this Pokemon.
Do you not like this thing? The Ash form?
I like both.
I like both a lot.
I like both. Yeah, I absolutely like both. I was saying that helps its case.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, how high can I convince you guys to go here? Like, well, do we start at Decidueye and talk about that, or do you want to start somewhere lower?
I mean, we can start there and talk about it because I like it more than Decidueye.
I also like it more than Decidueye, and I like Decidueye a lot.
Second appearance, second number one Pokemon.
That's true.
What a great record Brian has going on here.
Right. I did it with Charizard X, and now with Greninja. I absolutely agree. I think he is probably my favorite design after Gen 2. Like there's some stuff in Gen 2 I love Charizard, and there's some stuff I have a lot of nostalgia for. But like post Gen 2, he's probably my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely a solid contender. I was not lying when you picked Greninja. I was like, solid pick.
I wasn't sure what your thoughts were. You didn't really give it away. So you just said solid choice. And I was like, all right. I might have to do some convincing, but I'm glad to hear it that you guys agree. His whole line is just super cool. But yeah, that final form is awesome. He's super fun to play as in Pokemon Unite as well. I don't know how much you're still playing that, Chris.
I'm not.
Okay.
I got back to my league days of like being very angry at what are probably children playing the game with me.
Yep. Yeah, that was the argument I basically heard that made me realize I needed to stop taking that game seriously. It was like, yeah, when you're playing League, it's probably against at least like high school, middle school age kids. Like with Pokemon Unite, there's probably a lot of like 7-year-olds playing it.
Yeah.
Where their parents just downloaded it on their Switch. But yeah, Greninja's just, it's so fun to run around as him and play the game. But yeah, I'm with you guys. If you're good with him at number one,
we're doing
hell
it.
yes, let's do it.
He's also, we should mention in Detective Pikachu, he's a stealthy ninja guy that tries to kill the guys while the two main characters while they're invading the enemy base or whatever is going on there. Haven't seen that movie in a while.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that.
I just haven't seen it. So
ooh, hold on. Let me write that
down. Could we do that for Extra Life? A watch party of that? That would be weird because we can't actually put the movie on there. But
that would be fun. We Ryan and I and the Draft Punks have a running joke about doing a draft of movies that Ryan and Travis haven't seen because they're so behind on their movie viewing. So I've got to add Detective Pikachu to the list, figure out if Travis has seen it or not.
Yeah, I really do want to do that draft one day. And I want to get at least one Pokédex entry in for our boy Greninja here. It creates throwing stars out of compressed water, which I didn't think was possible. I didn't think you could compress water. When it spins them and throws them at high speed, these stars can split metal in two.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
And so he's a waterbender, so more bonus points. But I mean, they do use like high pressure water guns to do things like that.
But that's
like,
just pressurized, not compressed, right? Like compressing would be taking a volume of water and putting it into a smaller space.
True. So he's compressing it like you would compress coal into diamond, basically.
Right.
That's probably the level you'd have to do to get it sharp enough to cut metal. So
yeah,
I love that. I think that's awesome lore.
That's great. Oh my god, love it even more. It's fantastic. Greninja, new number 1.
Woo! We did it, folks. We did it.
Great job. Great pick, Brian. And we just heard about the Draft Punks, but why don't you tell us a little bit more? Give us some plugs.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, so Draft Punks is a podcast where myself and my buddies Travis and Rob get a special guest each week, and we pick a new topic. And we do sort of like a fantasy football style draft where we pick items from that topic as a means to discuss and get to know our guests a little bit better and just have a good time. We've got an episode coming up. This comes out next week, right? Next Friday. When do you guys release episodes?
On Sundays. This will release on the 26th, Sunday the 26th.
Excellent. So we just released an episode a few days ago with longtime supporter and great friend of the show, Jawar Hello. And we each picked a musical artist, and then our lists had to be songs from only those artists, with the catch being that you had to pick at least one song by each artist. So even if I hate the band that Travis picks, I have to pick a song by them.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll hopefully get to listen to some new music that I like, and hopefully everyone else will enjoy the music as well. So
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's kind of a weird one. Typically we do stuff that's pretty straightforward. You know, we've done like MCU movies, best Zelda games. And yeah, if you want to check it out, it's on all the podcast services, and then you can follow us on Twitter at Real Draft Punks, and there's a link to our Discord there. So
yeah, and you guys did Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon, one with me and one with Ryan.
Yes, we did. We did Gen 2 first, which makes total sense. That was like our second episode, something like that. And then, yeah, much later we had Chris on to do Gen 1, and that was super fun as well.
Yeah. Well, you have to do Gen. I had a pedestal to stand on. All right. And I implore people, if you like me talking about Pokemon on this podcast, go listen to that episode where I talk at length about my feelings about Gen 2, which are numerous and voluminous. Great. Yeah, definitely. Everyone check out Draft Punks. It is a favorite podcast of mine. Chris.
Thank you.
Of course. Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening to it on your podcast app, we will have a link in the description. We would like to tell you what the name of that YouTube channel is, but it's just numbers and letters right now. We need 50 subs on YouTube so that we can name our channel, because that's how that works, I guess. So please subscribe to that. Also, we have our Extra Life coming up really quickly. This is releasing on the 26th, so like literally this next weekend. Before the next episode of this comes out, we will be doing Extra Life on October 2nd. We don't have a lot of things locked in for it, but for sure we're going to have some Leisure Suit Larry cosplay, which is going to be very fun.
Yes, I ordered the outfit today.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's it for me.
And there's going to be some giveaways throughout that stream as well. Again, haven't figured out all the specifics. Stay tuned to our Discord. I'm sure we'll be giving out more information as we nail things down. And check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Belunkers. We stream a lot of different things most nights of the week. I'm sure there's something that would catch your eye, even if you don't want to watch everything we do. And that's it. Thanks, everyone, for joining us while we continue to finalize the most important decisions of our lives. We can't wait to come back with you and rank 20 more Pokemon next week. And until then, gotta rank them all.
Gotta rank them all, Pokemon.